Afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today's Thursday, October 1st. All right, so we're going to do SPY and VIX again because I know you love getting an idea of the market. Plus, it's what we trade. And members, you have the PCLN video. Congratulations, we hit our target. Outstanding move. But you know what's next? So members, make sure you check out the PCLN video. It's a great one. Also, remember Sunday we're doing our webinar for the planning session for next week. So make sure you get that package for the Skynet program so you can join us. All right, without further ado, beautiful move here on low volume though. That's my only concern today. Very low volume pushed us up here. After a little pull down here, market roared back, closed above here. So it does say a green day for tomorrow. Right now we do say a green day for tomorrow. Well, at least a start anyway, which is all we need. But you know, your stochastics just crossed right here. Don't know how powerful it's going to be, but we're going to have to watch it. But right now they did cross, and our relative strength index did solidly bounce off the 30 double bottom over here yesterday, and we're at mid trade right now. So, right in the middle with the RSI 10. So, keeping an eye on some trend lines here. It's very important to understand that we have some resistance right here at that middle Bollinger Band. And if we get there tomorrow and do not break through that on huge volume, which is going to be about 194.81, then I think we're going to head back down again. So that's the first area of resistance there, that middle Bollinger Band. And if we do break it, we can get up to this upper Bollinger Band next week. But we're going to need some volume and a few other things to come into play. But let's drill down the time frame just a little bit here. I'm going to take a look at the hourly. The hourly is very interesting here because your relative strength index is at 63. Even if I drop this down to a 14, it's still pretty high, but you still have more room. It's at 58, so you still have room to move higher, but you're on that upper Bollinger Band here. You did cross here. You did cross back up here after a little bit of a dip, okay? But the important part to this that I want you to take note of, there's two very important things here. One is you have this next gap right here that needs to be filled, okay? And that's up here at 196. And there's one other gap a little bit higher up here on a full move, which would be up to 199 in that area. Okay, relative strength index is at 58. We're going to keep it on the 14 because you're still, if we're going to get a full parabolic move, it's going to go up into that. It's going to come up into this area here. But with the way everything is looking right here with this high, I mean, granted, it could chop across the top on low volume for quite some time here. So potentially we could work our way up to this trend line right here at 195. But we'll have to see what happens in the chat room tomorrow. We'll manage this trade. But remember, we have a low gap too, and that will be gotten. And whenever we get it, we're going to get it. It's just that simple. But we'll be watching it really close for any kind of turn. We have other indicators that set us up. That gap's at 188, maybe a little bit lower. And when we get to upper lower Bollinger Bands, we're going to go to a lower Bollinger Band. So once we hit this market top, we're going to come back down and get that 188 or lower. I think we're going to get lower. That would be fantastic. All right, so basically, looking at this right now, you're in a consolidation box. Okay, we'll keep this right here just for fun. All right, so the consolidation box right here, you have your low and your high. It's just that simple, folks, and you want to keep it that simple. Do not overanalyze this. Here's our low, okay, right here. And we hit that bottom here and we shot back off it on the hour. This is micromanaging, yes, but one thing you need to know is on either side of this break, are we hitting our top box again and not doing it, or are we going to create a triple bottom and then do it? So we look like we could be coming into some chop here, but unless this box gets broken to the downside, it's just going to stay in this trade zone for now. Okay, just like if you want to take a look at something like this. All right, you have your low box right here. All right, and it came up, hit it, came down, and then when you finally broke out of it, notice what happened. You moved your trend to the high side. So even if that's the case over here, you can follow your trend lines and draw that out. And I don't want to give you too much information, you can just come to the website, and we do this stuff all day long for you, and help you trade these things. And PCLN has worked magically the last couple of huge moves. So anyway, you just follow this trend line, and when this trend line breaks, then you're in trouble. If you're on the ups, if you're thinking the upside is going to be a miracle. But you have a nice daily. The daily is in place here. Any pullback could pull down to here, and go from there. But you have a nice trend right here. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow with jobs. With your top of the box here, but the volume is, the last hour was just a pop-up volume here, and it did nothing, so there was some selling involved in that too. Your short-term trend line was broken. This is your short-term trend line right here. Oh, I apologize. We did not break it. We are on it right now. See the wicks? See the wicks? And it's right at the top of the box. That's going to be interesting. All right, so SPY tomorrow. If it breaks this box, it's going to have to break this trend line. That's some big resistance, and move all the way up here with your relative strength index at 58. It has plenty of room to do so, and it also has plenty of room to move to the downside. So you are pretty much mid-trade right now for SPY. So if you're trying to pick a direction, you might as well just throw a dart. So either side of the trend line is going to be your move, the continued move. Other than that, I would just be very cautious tomorrow to see what happens with the Fed jobs, because that could push us higher and drop us lower. Who knows? All right, everyone, have you? Oh no, I want to look at VIX. I'm sorry. All right, so the VIX epically failed again, but it had a nice run to the upside. And I'm going to stay on the hourly for a quick minute here. And just so you can see here where the support is. Support's down here, sitting pretty nice at 24.30. And once that support hits, the relative strength index is going to be very oversold, and that should be where we get ready to make this move up to the upside. As you can see, we're getting to that area here where VIX wants to rock and roll. So I think we're going to get a nice little spike down. We're going to get a nice little spike down. We're going to tag this 24 area. I think it's 24.13 is the exact number I have. And then we're going to stop flying. We should stop flying up to the upside unless we come down and get this, but I don't see the room in it with the relative strength index, okay? And then on your upside, you want to worry about your trend lines. Do your short-term trend line first. That's going to be that right there. We're off of this candle and this candle. So manage your directions, manage the way you trade your options on these, or anything else. So these two, SPY and VIX will give you a market direction, and that you could play anything else off of those, whether it's the SPY or whatever the case may be. But you can see here, it's very choppy right now, and it actually is coming into on some daily support here. Very close, and the 200. So if you're looking at this on a daily and you're planning on doing it, it looks like it could come down to here because your stochastics are starting to cross and you're still at 53, but you're going to have a bounce before you get down here. So just keep an eye on this, see if it's going to reverse, because it's really holding this middle Bollinger Band right now at 25. It's held it for 4 times. Even though it's rounding a little bit, it's still holding on pretty tight. So get your market directions, become a member also, and you won't even miss a beat. We have all time frame study. We manage everything. We have a new program too, which is graphical planning of options. We have gone through all the options, all 33,350 option tickers, and narrowed it all down to a group of 128 that moved the best. And we also created an incredible program that tells you what strikes and all that other stuff. So make sure you become a member. It's a fantastic place. 99 bucks a month. You can't beat it. It's on this video on YouTube, and we'll see you on the other side. If not, we'll see you on Sunday night for another video. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Hope you had a lucrative week.